Hey, real quick, before I actually get into today's video, just wanted to remind you all, I'm doing a giveaway for the Armor Shield 9 ceramic coating from Avalon King. As soon as I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will pick 2 of you. There's a bottle in here of the Armor Shield 9 that can cover the entire car. It can do the plastic pieces, your windshield, the entire car, and it can last up to 3 years. This stuff is awesome. I got this stuff on my car, actually. I did a video on that a while back. I'll put a link to that up here. But just simply subscribe to the channel, and once I hit 1,000, I will pick 2 of you. But anyway, on with the video. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So today, keep it pretty simple. I'm just I'm doing a spark plug change in this because I haven't changed the spark plugs in this in probably 2 or 3 oil changes, and that's another thing I'm taking care of also, as well as once we're done with the spark plugs, it's about time for an oil change. So first things first with the spark plugs, I haven't changed these in, like I said, probably 2 or 3 oil changes. I'm excuse me, I'm changing them because I want to see what the spark plugs look like after I've ran multiple tanks with BOOSTANE. So I just want to take the spark plugs out. It's about time to change them anyway, but I just want to see the condition that they're in, because I can also feel that sometimes the car feels like it's lagging a little bit, and I think it's because of the plugs. So anyway, I'll start tearing everything apart. Okay, so for anyone that hasn't changed spark plugs on a GT500, to get this piece off here on the driver's side, and it's only on the driver's side, not on the passenger side, you need to use this little torque spit. I realized, I'm trying to get this thing to focus, I realized I did not have this. I had to actually run to the hardware store and go get one. So for anyone that hasn't changed them, it's only on the driver's side for some reason, and it's not on the passenger side. I'm doing the driver's side first because you got to take off the air intake. I just kept that on. It's just less stuff to take off that I don't have to. So you just undo the coil packs. They just unclip right here, and you just pop them out, and then we'll get the plugs out. Another quick thing, when you're swapping out your plugs, it's always a good thing to put this Antiseize grease on the threads when you put them back in, or the fresh set back in the car. I did put these on there, and it was actually still kind of hard to get those to break loose, probably because of the condition of the plugs. But yeah, just put like, it just takes a little bit, you just put like a little bit on the threads of this Antiseize stuff, and it definitely helps the process when you're trying to break them out. Okay, so if this camera here will focus, there we go. I'd say you're running pretty freaking rich, so comparing that to what a brand new spark plug looks like, pretty rich. So, I mean, it's better than going lean, so that'll focus. But anyway, I'm just in the process of getting these other 2 new plugs gapped, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest. But I just wanted to share with you, pretty dark, pretty rich, and combination of that and BOOSTANE, so awesome. Okay, so driver's side is done. Put all those back in, and when you're putting everything all back together, you can collect a lot of like dust and like dirt along here. If you don't have like something to like blow all that out, just try to like keep it covered, like stuck some like paper towel in there so you don't get any excess like dirt or dust in there while it's open. But then just try to just wipe all this off and get all this dirt and dust off there. So that's a good time to clean up all that. Now that that's done, passenger side is a lot easier because you don't have your cold air intake and throttle body in your way. So passenger side is a lot easier. Okay, so I need to take a quick pause because on the passenger side you need a 10 mil deep socket, which I've had. I don't know what happened to it, but you have to have a 10 mil deep socket to get to the coil pack on the passenger side. I don't know what happened to mine. They seem to grow legs and walk off, and it's always the size that you need that you can't find. So I gotta go pick up another one apparently. So fun. Okay, so I went ahead and got the passenger side done. The deep socket you need for that guy right there, that is the one that I did not have for both of those right there. And it's dark out because after I got back, I got sidetracked watching football. And then once it was over, I went ahead and I swapped out here on the passenger side. So I just got to clean everything else up. But I'm going to pick this video up tomorrow because I got to still do the oil change and then take this thing out for a ride and just make sure everything is on point and working the way that it should. Alright everyone, picking this video up here the following day, getting set to do the oil change in the car. Not going to do a whole step-by-step on how to change oil on GT500 because there's obviously literally like a million of those, and if you don't know how to change an oil on a GT500, you probably shouldn't own one. But anyway, going to do the oil change in this thing, and then I'm just going to take it for a spin. Want to see how the car runs. Not necessarily full throttle pulls, but with the changing of the spark plugs I did yesterday, I just want to see how everything pans out. Because like I said at the start of this, it felt like the car was lagging a little bit, and I just feel like that was because of the spark plugs. And we saw how those spark plugs looked after I pulled them out. So once I'm done with the change, take the car out, see how it rides. Okay, one thing I will show you, the drain plug is a 17, so make sure that you have the proper size. It is a 17, but look at those beautiful headers. Okay, so I'm still waiting for the oil to finish dripping. So in the meantime, every time I do change the oil, I drain the catch can here. So driver's side doesn't have a drop of oil in it. I just checked it, but I always drain this every time I change the oil. So let me go ahead and set the phone down. I'll unscrew that, and then I will see how much we've got in there. Alright, so catch can is definitely doing its job. If you can see, right about halfway. And it's about every time I do change the oil, it is around the same amount of time. But you can tell, man, it's doing its job. It's catching that much every time. So, which is good. It's money well spent. But this one doesn't even have a drop of oil in it. I haven't even had a drop of oil in it since I've gotten that. I've done probably 3 oil changes, and that one is there just because, like I've said before. But yeah, this one every time, about halfway. So, right on. Difference just changing your spark plugs can do. You guys saw the condition of the spark plugs after I pulled them out. It just feels fresher. It definitely pulls harder. I think a combination of fresh spark plugs and it's 57 outside makes the car feel a lot happier. So change your spark plugs, people. Okay, that's about gonna wrap it up. If anyone that hasn't changed spark plugs before, it's not that hard, but it's always good to change them, depending on how you drive your car. Probably every 2 to 3,000, or sorry, about every 2 to 3 oil changes. I did mine about every 3 on this last one, and you saw how they looked. And I don't drive the car that hard, but that was the same spark plugs that I had the car tuned at HPP on, and it put down over 700 horsepower on those spark plugs. So thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe. Once you get to 1,000, like I said earlier, I'll pick 2 of you for the Avalon King ceramic coating. But you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.